Hi, in this lesson, we're gonna see how to use Codeium AI Assistant in PhpStorm and use their free version. We can get Codeium AI Assistant by searching for Codeium PhpStorm plugin. You're gonna be headed to the marketplace, and here you can click on Install to PhpStorm, and the browser is gonna detect your PhpStorm version. Otherwise, you can also go to PhpStorm settings and then search for plugins. You can open the plugin menu, and in the marketplace, you can search for Codeium and install it from here. Okay, I already installed it. You can do the same thing. You can do the same thing, and then after that, you'll have to restart the IDE. And when you restart PhpStorm, you're going to see the Codeium menu at the bottom of your screen. You can see here Codeium, and you can see also to the right Codeium Chat. Okay, search on the panel. It could be to the right or to the left according to your configuration. Otherwise, you can go to settings and search for Codeium. So let's click here on Codeium, and you can see that I'm gonna log out because I'm already logged in to show you how to log in. The first thing you have to do is to log in to Codeium. Just click login. A web page is gonna be opened, and then you can log in or register. You can even use your Gmail account if you have one, or of course, if you have an enterprise user, you can use it in here. So I'm gonna show you how to use it with Gmail. I'm gonna choose my account, and you can see successfully logged in to Codeium. And then if I go back to PhpStorm, you can see the message here that we are logged in. So let's click on Codeium, and you can see that we can have Codeium quick reference, and you can see some of the things that you can use when Codeium is activated. For example, you can use a tab to accept the completion of the suggestions that Codeium is going to give you. Escape to cancel the suggestion. You can use also Command Enter to accept the suggestion. You can open the chat panel by Command-Shift-L or Ctrl+Shift+L in Windows. You can also go to Tool, Codeium, open Codeium Chat in browser. You can pin the context, okay, or you can just Command-I or Control-I to open the suggestions file. So let's click here on Codeium Chat just to give it a try. Here you can see they say ask anything. Let's suppose that we wanted to create a Laravel project to manage courses. So let's just give it a try. I like to create a Laravel project to manage courses. Have sections, no categories. Courses have sections, and sections should have lessons. We have to manage users. Users can be students and teachers. Suggest also all of the needed tables and relations. Okay, this is an example of a small project. Let's see what the suggestion is. So you can see here that it suggests the user table with name, email, password, categories, with name and description, courses with title, description, category ID as a foreign key, teacher ID as a foreign key, section, etc. And then everything related to the relationships, the migration, etc. So it didn't give me anything related to how to create the project. So let's ask, how can I create the Laravel? Guide me step by step. Okay, as you can see here, we have this suggestion to create the project. I'm gonna change the size of the tab here, and I'm gonna open the terminal. Okay, you can click on the terminal icon, and you can see here in the commands that are generated, like the bash command here to create a project, you can copy the command, or you just can click insert in terminal. I'm gonna just copy the command. I'm gonna change the name here. I'm gonna call it so that it creates the Laravel project that you're gonna see that it's already creating. Okay, you can see that by default Laravel uses database SQLite. The migrations were run and we already have everything up and running. So let's go inside the folder, and you can see here this is the new instruction, cd courses, and then composer install was already done. Then it tells me to open the .m file. Let's take a look at the .m file, and to copy this for the connection. If you want to change the connection for the database, we are already using MySQLite, but you can see here that we have the possibility to modify and change here the DB connection to MySQL, and that insert our MySQL credentials here inside the .m file. PHP Artisan migrate is already executed by the Laravel installer, and let's begin with this command. So PHP Artisan make migration create courses table. So I just click on the insert in terminal, but it doesn't insert it into the terminal. It doesn't follow the courses, the cursor, and it's copying it here inside the editor. So pay attention to that. So in this case, for the terminal, it's better to just copy the command. And let's create this migration. Okay, the migration was created inside database migrations, and you can see create course table. Let's see if we have some auto completion here. Okay, if we go down here, you can see that it suggests table string name. Okay, let's add it, and you can press tab for the auto completion. Then press enter to go to the next line, and then you can see that it suggests description. I'm gonna press tab, and image, we don't need an image. We can decide if we wanted to insert an image, and you can see here we have all of the code here, and we can just click on the file and then click insert. So let's do it this way. Let's suppose that we have only this code. We can click on insert, but pay attention, because if you just click here and the cursor is on line 16, you're gonna insert the whole code there. So if you want to insert the whole file, it's better to remove the code and then click on insert, and you can see that the code was inserted. So that's another way. I'm gonna add the PHP tag, and you can see we have title, description, category ID, timestamp, and of course if we go down we can have some other auto completion here. For example, if we press Command I, you're going to see that we have an inline chat, and then we can say whatever we want. For example, let's suppose that we don't want the teacher ID as a foreign key. We can say refactor and remove as a course could belong to more than one teacher. Okay, let's see what's gonna do. So you can see here the difference in the commit that is gonna make. Just proposing me to add the unsigned integer price. I think I wasn't good enough to suggest this one. I'm gonna just press escape, and if we add a comment here, if we press Command I, then we can say remove ID foreign key. Let's see if it does it. Okay, you can see here that it's going to be commented out. So here you can see that we can press Command Enter or Control Enter to accept the modification. So it's weird because this one was commented out, but there's another one. So let's suppose that we remove it here. This was just an example on how to open the inline chat. Then after that, it suggests to execute PHP Artisan migrate, and then to create these files. Let's copy these files, the touch commands. All right, now let's open category section lesson. Let's see if there is any suggestions inside the model. So let's open category, and you can see that the file is open. I'm gonna just open PHP, and let's see what we can execute here. You can see that we have all of the code, the pieces of code here for every model that we can just copy and paste. But we can just ask or add a comment here, create category model with fillable fields, description, and course, let me see, name and description. Let's go. Name and description. Okay. Let's press tab, and you can see we accept with tab what is creating. All right, you can see that by adding a comment to the file, we can also give some instruction. Now let's do it differently here in the course category, in the course model. And let's open the PHP tag, and let's open the inline chat. I'm going to write create a course model with fillable title, description, category ID, and a course belongs to a category. All right, you can see that it created everything. You can see the fillable fields, and as I said that a course belongs to a category, you can see here that we have the function belongs to category. So we can press Command Enter to accept, and you can see that we have the code here. So another thing that we can do here, of course, we have the suggestion from PhpStorm to add the return type, and we can add it here. For example, add the return type to the function. Okay, and you can see we can click on accept, and then the code is fixed. So another thing that we can do is just select the piece of code and click explain. And then you can see here that it's going to receive the context, and it's going to explain. This code defines a relationship between the course model and the category model. Specifically, it states that a course belongs to a category. This is a one-to-one relationship where each course is associated with one category.